So hello everyone, this is Gareth, Zenithfilms. We've just been in the studio filming some more Silent Hill Requiem, and I just thought it might be a good idea to just do a little bit of informal kind of chat with Olwen, who is playing Heather in Silent Hill Requiem. And I was just thinking that Olwen has been with me pretty much since the beginning of Zenithfilms, and I've never really introduced her, so here's Olwen.
Hello everyone.
And I just thought it might be nice for Olwen to maybe chat a little bit about herself, you know, about her background, how she got into acting, and how she got dragged into the stuff that I do. And then we might just talk a little bit about Silent Hill Requiem and just call it quits.
Okay, so my name is Olwen Davies, and I have been working in the industry for a good number of years now. I trained at De Montfort University, where I did my undergrad and my master's degree there, and my first kind of professional roles happened around the third year of my university degree. I primarily work as a performer or an actress and a performance maker, so I make my own theatre productions and I collaborate with other artists and other companies as well whilst doing that.
You also do your own work as well, don't you? You work on your own pieces?
Yeah, I work on a number of different pieces. Mainly they are to do with appropriation, and I use a lot of digital work within my own performance stuff. All of that stuff is relatively live, so I use a lot of live streaming. So I've collaborated with another group on a show which has Skype links to our mothers, and they perform in the piece with us, and then also I have a few shows that use kind of live camera feeds within them. Yes, and I've been doing that for a number of years, so I tend to work by myself as a solo artist, but then also collaborate with other people and get commissions from different people to do that work or have residencies.
So what got you into acting? What was it about the art that drew you in?
Originally I wanted to write and direct, and then I did drama at school in order to do directing, and then I kind of caught the acting bug when I was in a few productions at school. I was in the school there's a school Shakespeare programme that you can be in, and I was in one of those productions in a main role. Actually I played Iago, which is interesting because I'm a lady. But I played that, and then I kind of decided that I really loved it, and then I was in external things, so kind of the local kind of theatre group I joined, and then I started acting, and then that's when I decided to go more into that line of things instead of producing stuff. But then that's why as an artist I make my own stuff as well, because I don't think I'd be quite satisfied just on the acting side.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how we met. Wasn't actually at De Montfort, because I also studied at De Montfort. I did a split degree in film and dance because I used to be a dancer before I was a filmmaker. And it was through a friend of mine who was also on Olwen's drama course that introduced us kind of properly. I think I'd seen you in passing a couple of times, but we were all too busy with our degrees to really worry about anything else.
Yeah, you lived with our friend Del Nolan.
Yeah.
Who has been in some stuff too.
Yeah, and then I think it might have been Del's engagement party. It was at Taps. I can't quite remember why we were at Taps.
No, I don't really remember why either.
No.
I'm not sure if it was her. I don't remember.
It might, because I know that Del and Dave were there, so my brain has just kind of put the two together. But it might not have been, because it might have been too long ago. I'm not quite sure.
I'm not sure. It was
before she went.
We'd only just finished uni.
Yeah.
Though, hadn't we? And she was still in Leicester, or she was living.
I think she was in Milton Keynes because she was about to go to Scotland to do her PGDE.
Yeah.
And yeah, then we got introduced to whatever shindig it was. We were introduced kind of properly, and that's when I collared her into being in Episode, which was the short film I made in 2012 that got into the Raindance Film Festival. And the role in that was, initially it was just Zombie Girl, and then it kind of progressed from Zombie Girl into kind of like the ambiguous partner of what was the lead, Steve, who played Agent King. And then from there, and then that was it. Then when she came to when you came to film episode, I'd already come up with another idea for another film called Nancy Wait, which was like a pseudo sequel to Violet Rain, which was a film I'd already made with Emma. And so I don't think I'd even told you about that. She turned up to do this episode. I was like, oh, film this as well. No dialogue, just run around.
No, you hadn't. I think that happened. I think that's pretty much. If you wanted to know how Gareth films things, he gets you somewhere saying that you're going to film one thing, and then you film 17. So you're like, wow, okay.
Yeah, well, it's like today, you know, we're supposed to be filming Silent Hill Requiem. We've already done posters for other projects today as well, but I'm not going to say what they are because they'll be on the page sometime soon.
No, not spoiler alert.
Yeah. And so then we filmed episode and Nancy Wait, which is still stuck on a hard drive because that just happens sometimes. And then I got you in to do like pretty much every film I was making at the time. I think the next thing, I'm not sure if it was Babel, if it was Mechanical Angel.
I can't remember which was next. I think that they from my memory, they happened very close at the same time, to be honest.
I think it was Mechanical Angel first, because that was kind of near the end of the year, and then Babel was near the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So I think, then Mechanical Angel, then Babel, then Cavendish, which is the first time you met Steve, who you'd already been in a film with, but you'd never met him before.
No. Lots of people I haven't met.
Yeah, that happens a lot with my films, because I work on green screen. Sometimes I can't get my actors together at the same time, because of time restraints and all the rest of it. So I will film actors separately, and then I will play the opposing role if necessary, and then in post I put them together, and that's how it looks like there's an ensemble cast that probably never met.
No.
And that's the same for Silent Hill Requiem. There are instances in Silent Hill Requiem where you'll have characters talking to each other, but those characters weren't on set at the same time. And beauty of green screens, one thing that people don't really get about green screens, it allows you that kind of, I don't know what the word is, but it just allows you that kind of ease of not having to worry about getting everybody together at the same time on the same day. You can, if you're smart, you can kind of work around it. But they do that in major films like Gravity, for instance. Sandra Bullock and George Clooney were only together for I think a day of the entire shoot. All the other time they would just film separately and then just put together in post.
Well, one of the only reasons why we're shooting some of the scenes today with a character, and one of the only reasons why we're together is because there's a lift.
Yeah, there's elements
Otherwise,
of contact.
We wouldn't necessarily have to be together.
Yeah.
But I've never met Sam, or I will meet Demi.
Yeah.
But I haven't met Demi yet, or Jade. And that's been a few years, and I think I know I've been in things with Sam.
Yeah, Babel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking to Sam.
Talking to Sam, having a scene together,
Yeah.
like I've never met him. No. It's good fun though, it's good watching it afterwards as well, that you're like, oh right, that's how it turned out, because you just know how you're going to do your lines.
Well, yeah, basically you're just prancing around in a green space, aren't you, for shits and giggles. And so that's Olwen, everyone. I just thought it would be nice to introduce Olwen, since she's been in bloody everything I've made. She's basically the face of Zenithfilms. And I just thought it'd be nice to introduce her to you, since she's the lead in Silent Hill Requiem, and I know a lot of you on the page are here for Silent Hill Requiem and whatever comes after that. And so how is it going? How is Silent Hill Requiem going for you? We've only really just started, but
yeah, I think we've only just started. I think it's going really well. It's going quite quickly.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Which is good, because we have a limited amount of time, and there's going to be a lot of stuff that has to be done in kind of post filming. That's where most of the work, I suppose, comes in, but not mine.
Yeah,
so that's great.
That's all me. Yeah.
I get to just go home and
and wait for it to be finished.
Eat flapjacks or whatever I want to do. But no, it's going really well. I think it's good fun. It's good fun to be back on set again, because we tend to have relatively larger gaps sometimes between that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're probably going to head back down to the studio now and finish off the day. We just had a little bit of a break because it gets hot under those lights.
I'd say it's fun to be a blonde
for
a change. But it's quite fun to be a blonde. I haven't been blonde before, so.
Well, that's exactly what Heather said. So just something short, something sweet, something to just say hi. Things are going along really well. Thank you for your love and support.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
You know, because I'm buzzing every day because of this project. You know, I've always wanted to work on a feature film, but you know, it's always difficult when you don't have a budget. But now I do, so it's also nice to be able to pay your actors for a change rather than just getting them doing it with their free time, which is what's been happening for the last 4 years. And I couldn't be a luckier guy to know all these fabulous actors that are willing to just do stuff for me if they've got the free time to do it. You know, but obviously in this instance, there's a bit of cash there for people's expenses, which is always nice. So we'll sign off here, and thanks for listening. Thank you for your love and support. Keep an eye on facebook.com Zenithfilms. That's where all the information goes initially, and then I kind of spread it out from there across Tumblr, Twitter, and obviously the Indiegogo project page. And stay tuned. More information, news, stills, posters is always coming, because I'm always updating. Thanks guys, speak to you soon.